January 2020 is over, meaning it is time to rank all the movies that I saw this past month. But before we do so, if you guys want to see more rankings just like this one, as well as reviews, reactions, and a bunch of cool series I'd like to do on the channel, make sure to click that like and subscribe button, as well as that notification bell, so you don't miss any of those videos, and so you stay up to date with all things Marvel, all things DC, and all things movies. But with that being said, this is going to be my ranking of the 4 January movies that I saw in January 2020. And let's not waste any time. At the bottom, number 4 spot, I've got Dolittle. Now, I didn't hate this movie. I generally did like it a lot more than pretty much every single other person that saw it. But I did think it had a lot of issues. So many problems, so many things could have been better, so much potential here. And the story that they were trying to tell, while it didn't make sense and while it was entertaining for me, it just didn't really overall click. I gave it my lowest positive grade, which is a B-, because I did kind of like it. It's just not as good as it could have been, and definitely the worst movie I saw this month. At number 3, we've got Bad Boys for Life, a massive improvement over Dolittle, a surprise January good movie. I had a blast with this movie. It reminded me a lot of the John Wick action. It had some heart. The stakes felt real. Everything kind of connected. Our antagonists and our protagonists had a connection that I hadn't really noticed before in other Bad Boys movies and a couple of other action movies that just end up being too generic. This is not your run-of-the-mill average action movie. This is something else, and thankfully it is something better. At number 2, we have got The Gentleman. I loved this movie so much. Definitely a return to form for Guy Ritchie. I mean, the story that he crafted, the screenplay, the way everything was shot, while I did have issues with it, I did think there were some things that didn't work for me. Overall, the movie was fabulous. You've got some great, absolutely great performances. Charlie Hunnam, one of my absolute favorites. Colin Farrell, one of my absolute favorites, especially within this movie. I loved the characters that he created. I loved the story that he crafted. And I loved the movie that he directed. But at number 1, I'm not sure if this is cheating, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to include this, but 1917. It did get a wide release. I sadly did not check out Just Mercy. I'm pretty sure that would have been higher up on this list too. I did not get a chance to check it out. I hopefully will be catching it on Blu-ray. But 1917 was an absolute masterpiece in my opinion. This was what I wanted. I heard the praise, I heard the hype, I heard the positivity just surrounding every single corner of this film, and I went in with expectations that were through the roof, and it lived up to it, and even surpassed that. Like, I mean, forget the roof. This movie touched the sky, it touched the stars, it went above and beyond to infinity and beyond. There's a Toy Story reference for you. It hit every single level I wanted it to hit. It was emotional. I had chills. Tears were forming at times. And I mentioned this in my Letterboxd review, which, by the way, my Letterboxd is at certain vids. But I mentioned this movie always made me feel something. And not many movies can do that. And this movie, I kind of wish I had seen it in 2019, but it didn't come to any theaters near me in 2019. I wish it had, because I just don't think there's any movie this year that could really surpass this as my number 1 of the year, because this is my number 1 of the year right now. Maybe Tenet. I'm holding out hope for Tenet. I feel like Tenet might pass it, but right now, this is just unbeatable. And anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, make sure to go down into the comment section down below. Let me know what is your ranking of all 4 January releases. And if you like this video, make sure to smash that like button, as well as that subscribe button and the notification bell, because you want to stay up to date with all things Marvel, all things DC, and all things movies. As well as all of the cool content that I like to do, like rankings, reactions, reviews, and just a whole lot of other things. If you like this ranking, you'll probably like some of the other rankings I've done. You can click that playlist right up top. Check out that random playlist while you're at it. Click that random video down there and click the subscribe button down there. I will see you in the next one. Until then, have a great rest of your day and stay positive.